And we have a very special guest with us right now, Adam Carolla. Perhaps you recognize him for one of his many, many ventures over the years, whether it be radio, whether it be podcasting, whether it be television. You can just fill in the blanks, or books right now. And the new book is called President Me, the America that is in my head. Adam joins us now. It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
I thought just to give people a sense of what this book is about, I'd read a little bit from the beginning here. Let's see. You say that we have now become a nation of narcissistic, yoga mat-toting, service dog-having, absentee dads, and gluten-free, hand-wringing, hypochondriac moms of over-caffeinated, yet still lazy, twerking teens.
Yeah, it is weird that the kids are lazy and drinking Red Bull.
At the same time?
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Like one or the other, kid.
Which is
By the way, when you were 11, did you ever feel like you needed energy?
No.
It's so
Nor
weird,
did your mom
right?
or your parents or anybody. And then you get to the government stuff with our government and inept bureaucracy incapable of doing anything except getting in our wallets and in our way. Bingo, you might have hit on something there.
Thank you.
Not holding back at all. So the concept of the book is if you ran the country, if you were president.
Yeah.
But then you go on to say that really, like, who would want to be president?
Yes, I do. I say a lot of contradictory things in this book. It's really more czar me or grand poobah me or,
so
banana republic dictator me. It's not really president.
What do you think the ideal president would be for our country?
Who would it be?
Or what would it be? Obviously, it would be you. What characteristics would you bring?
I actually would like to see Alec Baldwin put on about 80 pounds and grow a beard out to here and wear like an old-timey, suit with a vest and a timepiece that he could check. And he'd say, like, I said good day after he checked his timepiece.
It's got to be the pocket watch, right?
Pocket watch, yeah, a lot of that. Shake a man's hand and try to shit, just, I feel it's weird, but I really do believe that a lot of the other countries, and some of them we don't get along with, base the strength of our country on the size of our president. They should be focusing on our military a little bit more, but it's more like, right now the guy's a little thin. I want a guy who's big and husky, and I said good day, and put his top hat down, and then you'd scare the crap out of North Korea or whoever we're dealing with.
And you kind of mentioned it in the book, too, because you're saying that along those lines, you don't want that president that has to make everybody happy, that's the feel-good guy next door you sit down and have a beer with. You want that president to be the leader.
I say I want him to be the CEO, not our BFF. And I think there's way too much like, hey, there's a guy I could have a beer with. I went to high school with a bunch of guys you could have a beer with. You wouldn't want them running your campground. Forget about your country. So I want the guy to be like, I don't know, like Steve Jobs, or just whoever the guy is that nobody really liked, that was up in his head, that wasn't that popular, that was doing a kick-ass job running something, not the guy, hey, that'd be an awesome guy to hang out with and have a burger and a beer with.
A lot of people got to know you through Loveline years ago, and then, of course, The Man Show, if people were watching that, everything else in the radio throughout the years. Is politics something that you've just kind of delved into recently, or at least putting this spin on politics, or is it something that's always been there in the back of your head?
It's never been something I've been interested in.
Because it seems like, and I'll say, like, when I'm in L.A., politics seems to be like the last thing that people are really dealing with.
Well, it's a situation, and maybe it's just me, maybe it's just getting older, having kids, or paying too much in taxes, or something like that. But I was never really interested in politics, and I feel like politics is engulfing us lately. I mean, maybe it's this sort of nanny state, maybe it's overregulation, maybe it's whatever it is. But my whole plan was to stay away from politics, but I don't feel like I can escape politics now because I feel like we're being encroached upon by this government that's overregulated, and there's too much. It's coming at me from all directions. So I didn't want to get involved with politics, but politics got involved with me.
You've been in D.C. For a couple of days. Have you noticed how it's impossible to escape here, even in casual conversation? If people talk to people, it's immediately like, okay, what are your beliefs? All the things we were raised never to talk about here is what you're engulfed with.
I guess what I'm saying is I thought we all dreamed of a utopia where the government kept the streetlights on, filled the potholes, stopped the evil powers from blowing us up, and then stayed out of the way. But now I feel like every third person has a government job. Every time you want to put up a tool shed in your backyard, you got to go pull a permit and get a soils report and then find out and get an environmental impact report. And now the government has become bigger than us. I'd like to have them sort of, you know what I want the government to be? I've just figured this out. Somebody write this down. When they have those cheerleading competitions, they get up in pyramids, they start throwing the girls around. Write this down.
Here you go.
There's one guy, like in a black sweater, that's sort of in the background, just kind of, he's not part of it. He's just there in case something happens, but he's kind of hiding in the background, but he's there in case one of the girls, you know, goes head over tea kettle and starts coming down toward the hardwood. He's there. That's what I want them. I don't want them in the pyramid. I don't want them involved with the competition. Right. I don't want them with a megaphone. I just want them kind of in the background looking out for us, and then we'll pay them a little bit just to make sure our daughter doesn't break her skull.
You have a funny story in the book when you talk about with your beverage company that you have and just trying to get the regulations just for one step of the process, dealing with the feds. And, I mean, I think that's what's nice about this is it's obviously the book is a collection of your thoughts and your ideal, your utopia for the government. But you have experience along the way of dealing with the government, things done.
Well, I've said many times to a lot of my friends on the left who live out in Los Angeles when they go, hey, I love the left and I love the government and I love that. I go, because you live in a rent-controlled apartment in Santa Monica. Try to build something. Try to start a business. Try to come out with your own signature cocktail. Try to add an addition onto your house, your property. Then tell me how much you love the government after you're done jumping through their hoops.
All right, real quick while we have you here, aside from the book right now, what else are you working on? I know the podcast was breaking records, Guinness records for that. What else is going on in the world of Adam Carolla?
The Catch a Contractor shows got renewed for another season. I'm finishing a Paul Newman racing documentary about his racing life. I've just finished an independent film. And that seems like enough. Yeah,
I think that's enough. That's pretty good. Listen, if you want to come out and meet Adam today, the information is on your screen right now. He's doing a signing at Books A Million in DuPont Circle. That'll be at noon today. And then the Mangria, which is the beverage of choice that we were just talking about, at Total Wine & More, and that's going to be out in McLean. That'll be at 3:30 this afternoon. Good luck keeping up with your all your busyness out there.
I shall attempt to keep up with my business.
And enjoy all the partisan discussion here in D.C. while you're here.
Thank you.
Thanks, Adam. Good to see you.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck with the book. The book, again, is called President Me. Very funny stuff. Allison, back to you.
Thank you, fellas. 8:54 now. The summer games for the D.C.